Hey, it's Comic Artist Pro Secrets. This is Ethan Van Sciver, your friend, just a humble ink and superhero merchant at your service. Artist for DC Comics for 20 years. And, during those 20 years, you'll get a phone call sometimes from your editor who will say, hey, and by the way, it's not always your editor, it's another editor, it's just somebody. Hey, we're doing this thing and want to know if you'll do part of this thing. Or do you want to jump on and do a couple covers for this thing? Or maybe you want to do a 2-page thing about this thing. Now, these things pop up frequently in your career, and almost always you want to say yes to them because it's really kind of an in and out kind of a job. You're going to get to do something new and different, something that you weren't expecting, something out of the routine. And this is a stack of examples of gigs that I was just called to do, and I said, okay, why not? Look at this. Legends of the DC Universe in 3D, December 1998. So my first job at DC Comics was a Wonder Girl pinup. I'd been peppering Paul Kupperberg's office with faxed drawings of Bart Allen as Impulse, and I was getting off of Cyberfrog. Cyberfrog was no longer paying my bills, and I really needed to make a change, or I was going to get evicted from my little apartment. So I desperately called DC, and they started giving me work, and I was officially in the door. So this must have been a very early kind of gig. I was probably only working at DC for less than a year when they gave me this. It looks like they were doing a pinup book. Oh, look at this Howard Porter in 3D. Don't you wish you had 3D glasses right now? I wonder if they'll work on the screen. You can see Howard's flash in 3D. That'd be sweet. Yeah, so they called me up and they said, hey, you like Impulse? I was like, I do. They said, why don't you do a pinup of Impulse, make it as 3D looking as possible because we're doing a 3D book. And here I am right here. Impulse, Ethan Van Sciver. And look, this is so smart. What a great idea. I just realized that that's what this book is. This is just advertisements for all the books that they're doing right now, everything that they're putting out. Impulse, Ethan Van Sciver, catch up with the world's fastest and most difficult kid in Impulse. I mean, look at this. Joker by Gene Ha, Batman's most unpredictable foe, threatens Gotham in upcoming issues of the monthly Batman titles. This book is basically an advertisement for their entire line set up to look like a 3D pinup book. That's ingenious. You go through this and you go, oh, this is amazing. What's this? Howard Porter and John Dell, World's Greatest Superheroes, smashes big time evil monthly in the pages of JLA. That's the advertising part. God, DC is so smart. Very impressive. And I remember all of these titles when I first started working at DC. I remember Todd Knock getting Young Justice, which was a title I was very jealous of. I wanted that book. Starman. Beautiful Jim Ballant Catwoman. I love this book with Chuck Dixon. Oh my God, I loved it. It's fantastic. Hitman. Ooh, wow. Look at that. I think the big Bart Sears JLA shot before Hal Jordan came back. There's our Kyle Rayner. And, Walt Simonson's Orion. Very nice. And somewhere towards the back comes very, very early Ethan Van Sciver. And I know it looks noisy because everything's double printed. This was a chance for me to draw a 1-point perspective with a false vanishing point, which means that if you were to look very closely, you would see that these buildings all recede back here, and then yet there's a line straight up and another vanishing point to make it look like this is a hill coming up. It's like a road in San Francisco that goes like that, okay? That's a false vanishing point, and it was something I just read about in a book I was reading about perspective. I was still very young and learning, and wanted to try it out. So I tried it out on my 3D Impulse pinup. And it's just like it's a mixture. It's not there yet. I'm just not there yet. Oh boy. But good times. I mean, I was so happy to be at DC and be a part of this. Looks like they called me to do a variant cover for Batman and Robin, written by Grant Morrison. Anytime, anywhere, any place. It's not bad. It's very simple. It looks like I only spent half a day on it. This background would have been dropped in by probably Moose Bauman. Let me see. Let's see the credits. Moose was my colorist back then, and he did almost everything that I drew. Variant cover. I don't even think I got a variant cover credit. Look at this. I didn't get one. Did I? I don't see any cover credit at all. That's strange. Normally there's a cover credit and a variant cover credit in the credits box. But yeah, so I would have drawn just this, and Moose Bauman would have scanned a cityscape, and then kind of filtered it out, and then popped it in the background, and there we have a nice cover of Batman and Robin sitting on the roof together. Different Batman. This would have been Dick Grayson, and that's Bruce Wayne's son, Damian Wayne. That's what are you gonna do? All right, so they were doing these countdown books here. This is week 28. DC started doing weekly comics, and of course you had to be fast to get chosen to draw one of these. I really wanted to. As you can see, remember we were talking about Iron Heights. Pied Piper is in this. He's with the Trickster, and Piper has become a little bit deranged. He's not the fellow that we saw in Iron Heights. So looks like somebody drew the main story, and then they had me come in. Ooh. They had me come in and do these 2 pages in the back. So they call me up and say, hey Ethan, do you want to draw the origin of the Trickster and the Pied Piper for the back of this issue? Well, yeah, anything Flash I'll do. I mean, I've never drawn the Trickster before. And I love the Pied Piper. I'd love a chance to return to him. It looks like in the story they're handcuffed together. So that's part of the way this story or this little origin page is laid out. Lane? It's laid out that way. Written by Scott Beatty, who I talk to sometimes on Facebook. Yeah, really good. Look at him flinging a yo-yo, and the yo-yo is causing 3 explosions. Here's his origin. He's trying on shoes, like elf shoes. I do this all the time at home. I try on elf shoes. This is really well drawn. I like it a lot. Here is his shoes kind of help him to jump off this building and thwart Barry Allen. This is very Carmine Infantino. In fact, it might be a Carmine Infantino cover that I referenced. This is so cool. These 2 panels. Okay, so you got the Piper's origin here. Here's Piper blowing on his flute, making little music notes. His little foot is up. He's dancing a little jig. Look at his costume. It's so sad. It's all ripped up, and he's like a little mentally ill now. Poor guy. Learning to play the trumpet. Using his little flute to do stuff. I don't know, to the Flash, bothering him. But this is just great. Like, oh, I love this panel a lot. I want this to be my banner over my Twitter or something like that. Yeah, look, you got Heatwave, and you've got a great looking young jackass Trickster just wailing on I think that's supposed to be Bart Allen. I think. Yeah, that's Bart Allen. They're killing him. Captain Cold has him in a headlock. And, Weather Wizard. You see the Piper back there. He's not. Look at his little eyes. Look at his little glasses. They're pointed upwards. He's a sad panda there. But the rest of them are really enjoying murdering poor Bart Allen. And Trickster's being a kind of a jerk. And Pied Piper is just kind of bored by the whole thing. He's still kind of heroic. He doesn't like this life he's in. This is an A+. I did a really, really good job here. I'm very proud of this. I haven't looked at it in a while, so it's nice to dig it out again. So they said, "You like that? Well, we're doing another kind of weekly thing called 52. It's 52 because there are 52 weeks in a year, and there's going to be one issue every week. So look, the origin of Mr. Terrific. Why did they ask me to draw Mr. Terrific? Am I known for JSA stuff? Nope, nope, nope. Will I draw it? You bet. So let's take a look at that. I haven't seen me draw the origin of Mr. Terrific since I drew it. I don't even remember. Oh, look at these action figures. DC Direct does such great stuff. Oh, the origin of Mr. Terrific. Writer, Mark Waid. See, I mean, Mark Waid and I did do a couple of things together. We also did the origin of Plastic Man in one of these, and it was a pleasure. This is fantastic here. Look at this nice hero shot, and he's got his T-spheres all around him. He looks like a badass. You can almost read completely his fair play on his sleeve. Yeah, he's the origin of him. He's doing all the exercises. He's becoming. This is like me every single day. Like most of my days where this is me drawing, but like the rest of my day is like lifting weights and just doing the triathlon, just running, getting married to beautiful women, and then, oh boy, she died in a freak accident. She died in a freak accident. It wasn't fair. That's important to him. Fair is important to him. And here he is on a bridge. Look, I can't believe I drew this way. That is really something else. It looks like he wants to kill himself. That's not high enough. I don't think that's high enough to kill you. I mean, maybe if a train is coming at the same time. But yeah, he's contemplating ending it all. He changes his mind and he decides he's going to make the world fair. God, that's really stupid. Make the world fair. I don't think you can do that, buddy. All you can do is try to improve people's lives with your superpowers and your abilities. He's going to put this beautiful T mask on his face. And it's like, I really like this. I don't think anybody had done this yet. Like the T mask comes off and you can see his nostrils. You can see his eye holes. You can see his mouth hole there. Isn't that cool? Like, I was always thinking of stuff. See? Oops. I'm worth it. I'm worth everything they pay me. Yeah, and here he is with the JSA. I meant this to be really good, but I don't know if it is really good. Big booby power girl. You have to emphasize the boobies there. I don't know. It's like, I don't know who decided she had a huge chest on her, but she does, and that's fine. You know, I hope that never goes away out of political correctness. Women do look like that. Some women. And that's fine that she looks like that. We shouldn't be ashamed of it. Alan Scott Green Lantern, love him. Jay Garrick, look at the heroic shot of these guys all the way back. Look at little Hawk Girl back there. Any chance to draw Hawk Girl, I'll take it. Our Man, Star Spangled Kid, that's Jeff's character. Dr. Midnight with his little owl. And I drew the hell out of the JSA there. And this isn't very big. I mean, this is a tiny little... I drew the hell out of them. They look great. Yeah, I want this to be my Twitter. Not my avatar, but you know, that bar above your Twitter profile, whatever. I don't know what this is. Who are these people? This is Checkmate, International Intelligence Organization. Okay. All right. Well, I drew the hell out of them too. They look good, but he looks the best, of course. This is wonderful. They wanted you to draw a circle kind of element with the character inside. Look, the T is over one of his eyes. He looks really cool and tough. It looks 3D. And that's, listen, these are the things that me and Mark Waid can do together. Like, say what you will, me and Mark Waid, we make magic. We make magic. We do. I don't know if we do. Here's the difference between a terrible Nightwing cover and an excellent Nightwing cover. This is horrible. Look at this. It's just the proportions are really bad. Look at the feet are really small. I remember doing this and I had to get it done really quick because I promised my son I would take him camping. So this is the year 2007. My kid is 8 years old, and I promised to take him camping. And this had to get done, I think, in 2 or 3 hours, a cover for Nightwing. And they were counting on me to get it done. And I think there was even a layout for it. The editor had drawn a little stick figure layout, which I followed to the letter. And it's a failure. It's an utter failure as a cover. I mean, when I sign it now, it lacks drama, it lacks danger. It just isn't, it's not well drawn. It's just not good. It's just not good. Okay, but let's pump myself up now. Now that I've beaten myself down, let's pump myself up with this sucker right here. This is a 10 right here. Look at Two-Face. Look at Two-Face. And then call me daddy. That is, it's just awesome. Here's Nightwing down here, and he is defending himself from a rainstorm of gigantic, probably 50-pound pennies that are falling from the sky. And you'll see that I drew every single penny. I drew. I didn't stat. I didn't copy it from the internet. I didn't like kind of filter it and put it in. These are all hand drawn pennies. Look, one fell right into the rock. Like, these are embedding themselves in the rock. So imagine if it hits him. These are dangerous. Look at pennies from heaven, pennies from hell, maybe. Yeah, this cover is a success, and I love it. I absolutely love it. It's like I want to take this out and make a poster of it somehow. But then again, I remember them getting this and saying, this is a common complaint with them. They'd say, you don't leave room for the logo. And I go, I'm not even thinking. I know. It's like, I know that you're supposed to just leave the top third open, and then they can put the logo in there, and all the Batman R.I.P. Indicia, everything. I never do, because I really like them to have to work. Take this and put it behind him if you want to. Cover some of the logo up. But instead, what they did was, some really smart guy in production put it right across the front, and now it looks like a pulp novel cover. And boy, do I like it. I mean, I really, really like it. And I mean, look at it, even the details of his necktie. Like, this half of the necktie has skulls on it, and this one's perfectly normal. I think that his handkerchief was meant to be bloody in his pocket here. I just picture his face bleeding all the time. And I just can't, again, I can't tell you how much I love drawing Two-Face. Look at it's like, look at that normal guy. Look at that sinister smile, though. And then Monster. He's such a great character. Oh, my God. I love my job. I absolutely love it. I'm privileged to get to do this. God gave me some talent. I think it came from my mom and her father, who was also an artist. I'm grateful for it every single day. But most of all, I'm grateful for you. Really, really thankful that you're out there and that you're supporting my work, that you show interest in this channel. And I'm going to keep working really hard. See these hand-drawn pennies that I didn't stat and that I didn't print out from the internet? I actually hand drew them carefully. I do that for you because I love you and I respect you. And I want you to be happy when you spend your $3 or so on my books, on my work. And with that, I will say, have a great day to you. I am Ethan Van Sciver. This is the Comic Artist Pro Secrets channel. Please subscribe to this channel, and please let your friends know about it. Tell them to subscribe. And while they're subscribing, maybe they could also hit that bell, get notifications, and just keep up with this. I intend to keep doing these commentary tracks and try to do more drawings when I kind of get out of the deadline hell that I'm in right now. I will do more how-to sketch. I call them Anyone Can Draw Blank. I'm going to do a bunch of videos like that just simplify everybody. Like, I'm going to draw every character. I'm going to have this channel for a long time. And make it easy for beginners. Okay, they're just very simple beginner drawings. And then maybe we'll switch on and we'll do some more complicated things. Um, I don't know. We got time to do it. So, yeah, please do subscribe, and I will see you again soon. Okay? Bye bye.